At shade 6, the referral source has qualified the specific need or interest and arranged permission for the referral partner to call the prospect. It's a pretty good jump. Because what's the key piece there in this shade 6? Qualify. Qualify and also permission. Because this is the point now where when you do follow up, when you make that phone call, they're not going, Clay who? No, I'm sorry. So you're not going to be a burden when you go into the follow-up process. Shade 7, we get one step further. Qualify the need or interest and arrange a meeting between the referral partner and the prospect. Now we're talking. Because what's going to happen if we're now able to arrange a meeting on the front end of that referral? We're starting to speed up the process. We're also, as the person passing that referral, letting the prospect know, hey, this is something I really think you'll get value out of. I want to make sure that this comes to fruition. So that's a big differentiator there. Take the next step. This is my favorite. This is where I start at the very baseline looking for referrals. Qualify that need or interest, arrange the face-to-face meeting, and show up there as the referral partner. Because now not only are we going to make sure that that meeting happens, we're going to make sure that it's a smooth introduction. You know, that we don't have any of that awkward first meeting stuff. We can reinforce why we thought it was such a good opportunity for both of these folks to be connected and possibly start to begin doing business together. Move into shade 9. We're going to describe the products and services in person so well that that individual can decide whether or not they're going to ultimately end up buying. How cool is that? It's kind of like adding another person to your sales team, right? And that's the whole idea that we're trying to create here. Now, how many of you have ever gotten this shade 10 before? Show of hands. Closed deal when you get that referral slip. How'd that feel?
It was great.
Just good?
That was great.
Right.
Yeah. If we could create these kind of referrals for our business week in and week out, I have a feeling that that 80% of the revenue that you're looking for would become a whole lot more feasible. So why are these 10 shades so important? You know, first off, let me tell you, we wanted to go ahead and put together this sliding scale so it's an evaluative tool. First off, for you. Again, in theory, with giver's gain, we have to figure out how much are we really giving to a relationship. Maybe take a poll. Think about this past week in your chapter. What shades of referrals were you passing? How could we step them up to the next level? The other side of that is, what shades of referral are you receiving? And then, how can we take that shade 1, shade 2, shade 3, and shade 4 and start to move them higher up the totem pole to that shade 7 and shade 8, at the very least, that I think we're all looking for. One of the tools that you can take out of here today and begin using to do that exact process, when you get one of those lower shades of a referral, go ahead first, because we want to thank that person for trying to help us grow our business. So we want to make sure that that comes across clear and say, can you help me? I want to make sure that I handle your referral the way that you want to. Could you tell me a little bit more about this person and possibly help us set up a meeting so you can introduce us? We've just taken a shade 2 referral and walked it all the way up to a shade 8 just by having that conversation. What if they say, no, I can't help you do that? It's weak. It wasn't a referral anyway. So now, in effect, what you've done is given them the opportunity to not waste your time. And that feels pretty good, too. So we're making sure that we're getting more of those qualified referrals we want. The other reason is, too, we have to figure out, in networking, it's a relatively small investment of monetary funds, right? To become a member of BNI or the Chamber or to go to these luncheons. Your bigger investment is your time. And your time is worth money. So here's my question to you. Whether you're getting paid by the hour, which I think probably some people in here are, but most of us, we're not. We have to figure out how much is our time worth per hour. And based on the amount of time that you're spending in your networking groups, are you getting that return that you want to hit your goal? When you're chasing around Shade 2, Shade 3, and Shade 4 referrals, how much time are you investing in a prospect that probably isn't going to pan out? Anybody ever been frustrated by that type of situation? And using this scale is hopefully going to help you start to eliminate that frustration and get more of the high-quality results that you want. Now, within BNI, you have a few wonderful tools at your disposal to make sure that the other folks in your networking group know what kinds of referrals you need. Of course, at the meeting each week, we have our 60-second commercials. Outside the meeting, you've got the opportunity to do one-to-ones. Learn all about what is a good customer and what is not a good customer for one another. A chance to learn about the target market of the other person. And then just to get to know them on the personal level with that gains profile. But it's amazing how even with all those tools available, we still have these lower shades of referrals being passed. It's the difference between going out there, going through the motions and hoping something good happens, and going out there with a purposeful plan to create the results that we want.